Welcome to a list like no other. These aren't just PlayStation 5 games. These are the titles that define what this console was made for. Whether you're chasing shadows in ancient worlds or confronting monsters in your own mind, these are the experiences that stick with you. So grab your controller and let's dive into the must-play masterpieces.
So you shouldn't have.
First Light. The storm always comes before the calm. But in First Light, it's the light that carries the storm. This game drops you into a world on the brink. Flooded cities, crumbling skylines, and a sky that never stops bleeding. You play as Kale, a scavenger blessed and cursed with the power to manipulate electromagnetic waves. That means light isn't just illumination. It's your lifeline, your weapon, your only truth in the darkness. What makes First Light unforgettable isn't just the combat. Though when you bend laser beams and scatter enemies with ultraviolet shockwaves, it feels incredible. It's the emotional weight. The story dares to ask, what if hope is the most dangerous thing left in the world? Visually, it's a love letter to neon dystopias. Narratively, it's heart-wrenching. And when the credits roll, you'll sit in silence, thinking about what light truly means. Ghost of Yōtei. They say ghosts don't bleed, but in Yōtei, even shadows cry. Set in the icy mountains of a reimagined Edo-era Japan, you become Kenshiro, a warrior betrayed by his clan, presumed dead, now risen from the snow to take revenge. But this isn't a power trip. It's a meditation on pain, honor, and the price of revenge. The combat is surgical, katanas slice like silk, and every duel feels like a poem of steel. But Ghost of Yōtei goes further. It's alive with spirits, both literal and metaphorical. Side quests uncover forgotten legends. Foxes lead you to shrines where memories whisper. And snowstorms, they don't just obscure vision, they shape destiny. The art direction mixes watercolor elegance with brutal realism. Sound design, you'll hear every crack of ice beneath your boots. It's not just about what you fight, but what you become. Silent Hill. Welcome to the end of sanity. Welcome to Silent Hill. This isn't just a horror game. It's a psychological autopsy wrapped in the slow, sick heartbeat of dread. Set in 1960s Japan, Silent Hill reimagines the cursed town with folklore horror and a creeping rot that eats more than flesh. It devours identity. You play Aya, a schoolgirl drawn into a town that mirrors her buried trauma. Rooms twist, faces dissolve. Every corner hides a question your mind isn't ready to answer. The genius here? The town evolves based on your psychological profile. It knows your fears and feeds them back to you, layer by layer. There are no safe spaces. Mirrors distort memories. Notes written in your handwriting appear before you've penned them. It's not about jump scares. It's about existential collapse. Silent Hill is pure, raw discomfort, and that's exactly what makes it essential.
ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね錯誤
That guy? No, he's close. Where did he go?
We've lost sight of the enemy.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. In the jungle, nothing stays hidden forever. Not secrets. Not legends. Metal Gear Solid Delta is a glorious resurrection of a beloved classic, Snake Eater. But this time, it feels like a living, breathing war movie. You play as Naked Snake on a mission that defines the word espionage. Camouflage matters, wind direction matters, even the wildlife matters. You're not just sneaking, you're surviving. Hunt animals to stay alive, heal wounds manually, burn leeches off your skin. And through it all, the story unfolds like a Shakespearean tragedy. Loyalty, love, betrayal, and the birth of a legend. The jungle is stunning in 4K, but it's the emotional jungle that sticks with you. When the final boss arrives and her theme starts playing, you won't be pressing buttons, you'll be holding your breath. Mafia, the Old Country. Blood runs thicker than wine in the vineyards of Old Sicily. Mafia, the Old Country is a narrative tour de force. You're Antonio Bellucci, a young man torn between loyalty to his family and the fire of justice burning inside him. This isn't just about crime, it's about culture, power, and choices that define legacies. The game transports you to the heart of post-war Italy, where you'll attend weddings under the Tuscan sun and witness betrayals under moonlit olive groves. Every mission is cinematic, every gunfight tight and terrifying. Dialogue isn't just flavor, it's power. Conversations can make or break alliances. This game is soaked in atmosphere, from the rumble of vintage cars on cobbled streets to the chants of villagers in the distance. It doesn't just want you to play the Mafia fantasy, it wants you to understand it.
That's why you joined SWAT. Wake the hell up.
911. What is your emergency?
You're not here to pull the trigger and ask questions.
This is not Call of Duty. This is cold, surgical, life or death combat. Ready or Not puts you in the boots of a SWAT leader, not a superhero, but a professional dealing with real threats. Hostage situations, domestic disturbances, armed robbery in progress, and every bullet, every mistake has consequences. There's no music during missions, no cinematic slow-mos, just your breath, your voice commands, and the sound of boots on linoleum floors. It's brutally realistic. You breach doors, shout commands, make judgment calls, and sometimes people still die. Ready or Not forces players to slow down, think, and respect the stakes. It's a simulator of pressure. And in that tension, you'll find a kind of immersion few shooters dare to offer.
We're not cowboys. We are not heroes. We are the last line of defense. Are you ready?
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
Neo 3, the blade remembers, and so do the dead. In Neo 3, you are a spirit-bound warrior in a demonic, myth-soaked version of feudal Japan. The game refines the punishing beauty of its predecessors. Combos are deeper, weapon stances are even more critical, and yokai abilities allow for supernatural counterattacks. But this time, the story dives deeper. The main character, Ryoma, doesn't just fight monsters, he is part monster. You balance human vulnerability with terrifying yokai transformations that unleash chaos at a cost. The environments are jaw-dropping. Haunted battlefields, cursed temples, and rivers where blood flows upstream. Every boss is a legend. Every death is a lesson. And when you finally conquer that one impossible enemy, it feels like earning your soul back.
Depths of hell!
Tokugawa Takechio.
For me, it's all I've ever known. My whole world. I was raised in this city's shadow.
Thief VR Legacy of Shadow. In Legacy of Shadow, you don't play Garrett, you become him. This is stealth reborn through VR, and it's unlike anything else on PS5. You physically lean around corners, you actually reach to pick pockets. You hold your breath as you sneak through mansions lit only by candlelight. No HUD, No guides, just instinct. You hear guards chatting, you count footsteps, you blow out candles with your breath. And when it all comes together, when you slip out with the loot unseen, it feels like sorcery. Legacy of Shadow proves that immersion isn't about graphics. It's about feeling like you're really there.
Come with more trouble than others.
I thought I was dead. And who are you?
Well, you'd be dead wrong. I'm here for the quartz. It's okay, I got you.
Styx, Blades of Greed. Small goblin, big ambitions. Styx is back, and he's meaner, funnier, and deadlier than ever. Blades of Greed turns the series into an open-ended, chaos-fueled stealth playground. You can clone yourself to distract enemies, poison wine glasses, or set elaborate traps using tools you scavenge or craft. Styx constantly talks to the player, breaking the fourth wall with sarcasm and grit. But beneath the humor is a surprisingly deep story about freedom, vengeance, and goblinkind rising from the shadows of empires. If you love games that reward creativity over brute force, this one's your masterclass.
Looks like I get to do a little pest control. Kill that green bastard! You guys need to slow down. Keep them coming! I got him!
Sleeping. Again. Animals. Fighting.
Chronos, the New Dawn. Time isn't on your side, but it can be your greatest weapon. Chronos throws you into a war fought across timelines. You don't just fight enemies, you manipulate reality. Slow down time to dodge bullets. Reverse it to fix broken structures. Age a boss into dust mid-battle. It's wild, strategic, and deeply satisfying. But this isn't just mechanics. Chronos tells a heartbreaking story of a soldier who's been through every version of himself and lost something each time. The visuals blur between cyberpunk futures and ancient myths, creating a world unlike anything else. When you finish Chronos, you'll wish you could rewind time, just to experience it again for the first time.
It is our calling.